Take that from the top, you know what I'm saying? You gotta upload to the, upload to the real.
Get it.
As you do that, we got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna start off with Sergeant Dickhead down there in the motherland, you know what I'm saying? Got mobbed on by Wakanda. We got way too many HBCUs for any more bad news. We're gonna talk about, unfortunately, on the topic of bad news, Dante Wright passing. I don't know how the fuck you confuse your 6-shooter for a fucking taser. Maybe we'll come to that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll figure it out. And after that, speaking of legacy passing on, with all the musical icons passing on, Darkman, DMX being one passed recently. Can we separate one's musical legacy from the art that they make? That's going to be something we dive into today.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? That and many more things in the Magical Mystery episode.
You know what I mean? While you upload and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Today we going to be talking about from my end. This nigga Elon Musk, what the fuck this West African, I ain't gonna lie, he dope. Mr. Tesla, you know what I'm saying? This nigga said he can build a whole Jurassic World right now. Him and his partner just said they can do that right now. You know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and give you a story time.
Ooh, story time, yo. You got to tell me. Who's the sponsor? Story time.
You know, the sponsor of the day, bro. Dr. Connors, bro. From Spider-Man. Lizard Man.
Lizard, oh.
Yes, sir. You'll hear the story. And then we gonna end it with, man, Usher Raymond out here throwing Ush bucks in the club. And how would you feel if you was in the club straight before Usher Raymond? This nigga hand you Raymond 100. But with that being said, welcome to a podcast called Quest with your host, YiNrj, and your other host, Mr. Black Magneto himself.
Salute.
Live from the mothership, man. How your week, man, bro?
It's been surreal. A week for the ages, bro. That Erie, Indiana shit he was talking about before it continues.
Bruh, I still need to I definitely looked that up, but you can't watch that shit anywhere.
You really can't?
I don't think you can. I think you gotta buy it on Prime.
But let me find out, bro. We gonna hack it, bro. You gotta. They trying to hide the truth.
You gotta get some VPN shit going.
That's it. Which brings us to the sponsor today. Psych.
Damn.
Nigga, go VPN. Nigga, you wanna do some shit you ain't gonna do? Let's keep it before we drop into a little bit heavier. We consider the times that, you know what I'm saying, the mothership levitates around.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what's going on above the fucking state that that mothership physically is hovering around right now.
Oof.
Specific, and I know this one hits a little bit harder for you.
That shit's home.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The egg might have got hatched in that area, as it were. For the people that don't know, we're referencing, this is going to be a jump off because I can't remember my man's name.
Nobody, I don't think anybody knows his name, but we know dude's name. Sergeant Jonathan Pentland. We ain't gonna forget his name.
Yeah, fuck him.
But actually.
Damn, this nigga is a sergeant. That's crazy. I knew he was in the
at Fort Jackson.
You know, that does not surprise me either. You want me?
What?
That doesn't surprise me either.
So for the people who might not know what we're talking about, there was a young man who was walking in his own neighborhood in Columbia, South Carolina. More or less around the Sumter, Columbia area, but if you're from there, it's just Columbia, South Carolina. Walking in that neighborhood. Now, allegedly, this is a story that I have read, and I'm pretty sure that this is a story, but we're just going to go with allegedly for right now. Allegedly, this young man has lived in this neighborhood for a while. Okay, he's not new there. He's lived there for a while. He's just walking around the neighborhood, and this man, Jonathan Pentland, say his name because this man is a fucking dickhead. He comes out. So supposedly and allegedly, on the video, when the video starts, he is arguing with this young man over allegedly arguing with another woman that is seen on video, not his wife, who is recording on where to the side on the right of where the video is being recorded. So that lady is trying to de-escalate the situation, or she's trying just to get him to leave. I don't know what's going on. The young man is trying to leave. He's walking, he's doing his own thing, walking around his neighborhood. This dickhead comes over and starts to harass him. Starts to say, you're in my neighborhood, our neighborhood. This is a close-knit community. We do this and we do that. Now, he hasn't been there long anyways. I think he recently just moved in, if we're not mistaken. So that's already like, bro, what the fuck?
It's pretty crazy, bro.
And the young man is trying to obviously explain to this man, like, I live here. I'm not doing anything wrong. Why are you doing this? Dickhead's not giving a fuck. And is trying to then escort him out as if he can't walk out himself. So when Dickhead's wife, Miss Piggy, decides she wants to say something and she wants to get out of line, and the young man decides to say something back as not a retaliation, just to say something back like, what do you mean? Where is this coming from?
Right.
Dickhead decides he wants to intervene against Miss Piggy, for Miss Piggy, not against me, before Miss Piggy, and pushes the young man out the way. And they, like, it's arguing with him and is just like belittling him right there on camera, like, we can see this shit.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Just wait. There's a very particular drop about this that gives Black Man some hope. But let's take the kind of what we have here. Essentially, we have a situation where a young man is being accosted and essentially thrown out of his own neighborhood by force for allegedly arguing with someone else, and I guess just giving off bad vibes.
Well, and even if he wasn't allegedly arguing with them, they would just wanted him out the neighborhood.
Well, that's what I'm getting to.
Like, it's just, it's
deeper than that. Young man's appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So, because a lot of the details that you just dropped are new to me as well. So that's why I'm like, I have to completely take account of it. Because we already, situations like this are not uncommon, especially if you're from this area. That's one of the reasons why I want to talk about it, because this is only, I think, blown up because somebody finally got caught, and caught in such a way that it's like, we're in a time where that ass is exposed now, as opposed to it would have, the dominant society that we in would have either suppressed that shit and it would have been no big deal or whatever. And also because of the drop that happened that we're going to get into. But so essentially, again, we have a young man who's, let me sum it up a little bit quicker. A young man who's been accused of a fictional crime because the end goal of what Sergeant Dickhead was trying to do was throw mans out of his own neighborhood. If young man lived there and Sergeant Dickhead lived there, it was equally their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they could get into the specifics of that later, but by that virtue alone, the issue is with Sergeant Dickhead is young man shouldn't have existed in his vicinity. That's essentially what we're getting to.
Yep.
But any reason is taken because, I mean, it doesn't take the rocket scientist to figure out what young man's might have looked like and what Sergeant Dickhead may look like. You know what I'm saying? Physically. To figure out what the situation is. As it is the specter that hangs over America in the world right now, because we don't want to get right. Just like Sergeant Dickhead.
I love the era that we are in. You know, we had a conversation throughout the week about this, and like about civil rights and just like how we grew up, and it was like, yo, this is the peaceful time and shit like that, and this is like, yeah, we fought for this and all, but this is the peaceful time, and then we lived in, like, no, fuck this, it was never peaceful.
Never.
You know? But we showed that it was never, we're done with being peaceful. We're done with, it gets to a point where you have to acknowledge us as human beings. Because you know what they did the next day? Actually, know what they did that night? They showed up and they had, our brothers and sisters was walking those streets. So come push us now.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's always got to be somebody who will have a harder time defending themselves, you know? And I feel like at that point, I think like we talked about, they feel like, okay, this is a good victim, you know? Now, what we're showing the force, we're walking through, do it to us. But you didn't want to do that. And then
Family came and checked in.
oh, bruh, family just showed up big. Family reunion, bruh. The next day, people was out there, and it was...
To this day, I was looking at, every time I pass by Tanner's, I be on that same shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck them. I hope it's a ghost town there.
Fuck Tanner's and that lemonade.
Family showed up and showed out. I would like to get the exact numbers of like how many people was out there.
Had to be hundreds. I mean, the picture it looked like hundreds.
And when we showed up for real. Like niggas was out there wilding, apparently, bro, and well deserved.
Bro, supposedly,
you know,
on Black Twitter, on Black Twitter, I mean, they had parties out. I mean, there's some shit. They was out there. They was listening to music. I mean, they disposed of. They was damn near having pit bull puppies being sold out there. Like, nigga, what you want? Like, what you need? You know what I mean?
Grilling. You know what I mean? There was a cipher going on. I respect it. Yo, when will racists learn?
They never. I mean,
that's the real question.
When will racists want to learn? They never will unless they want to. It's like, yo, when the fuck did you think it was gonna happen? Did you think that like this video was gonna hit the internet? It was like, yo, this is like, yo, you good job. You kept him out of your neighborhood. I mean, like, what did you think was gonna happen?
From other racists, of course. Like, I'm sure that like, and a lot of the apparatuses of the state, unfortunately, are taking great care of him right now. But yo, that shit won't last. Yo, evil in the dark and shit get exposed and all that kind of stuff. And you can't really hide from the karmatic, how you say justice that you bring on yourself when you do little evil shit like that. Especially when it's always when niggas do it to niggas that can't defend themselves.
Yep.
And then expect nothing to happen. Like,
but then get pussy when they try to do it to somebody who can defend themselves, and then cry wolf when somebody does defend themselves. You know. But for those wondering, he has been arrested. Has been charged with assault, I believe.
That's right.
He got charged with assault, and then he got transferred over to Fort Jackson. They're dealing with him right now.
Rightfully so, and that trend should continue, bruh, because that's what you call justice. Speaking of justice, do you think that trend will continue? Do you think that is the mindset of the larger, you know what I'm saying, our brothers them? Because you know what else is going on right now.
With Dante Wright, you know, I'm still just dumbfounded about this case. You know, just
yeah.
As a woman as you know, I'm gonna call it woman. I don't want to just say like as a person, like, cause this, you know what I mean. You gotta give respect to, cause women do handle that job. She just doesn't handle her job very well. She's shit at her job.
Oh, you talking about, okay.
So, as a woman with 26 years of experience, union leader, field trainer, like, you have been in a situation where you have had to draw your gun and you have had to draw your taser. Okay? As a civilian who has been stopped by the cops multiple times in his life, I always know that the taser is on the left side, the gun is on the right side. Okay? Also, as a civilian that has shotguns in his life, I know that a gun has a safety on it. Okay? And I know that from watching a taser be deployed, taser has to charge up. I'm pretty sure there's a button on it or something that they press, and then they pull the trigger on some lock safety mechanism, you know? So, with 26 years of experience, you would think you would know the difference between your right and your left.
Yes.
And 2, a button and a switch.
A fucking taser is and a gun is. You think that, bro. And it's astonishing that in those 26 years, you know what I'm saying, she didn't accidentally decapitate herself because she confused a chainsaw with like a toothbrush or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then put a shirt on the back like, yo, you know what I mean? Just go to like, it's like, shit, you got this, right? Like
because you just summed it up, bro. Like, it's not uncommon. Like, it even makes common sense. Some of the things in policing are, everybody can understand. Yo, your gun is on your dominant side, taser on your non-dominant side. Your taser is completely different than your gun on purpose because you want to let people visually know, like, yo, I'm about to hit this nigga with some shit that's not gonna kill him, but he's wilding. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever rationale you need in your whatever police head.
Facts.
That's the whole point of that shit. And for you to be training people on those differences and like the intricacies of that in the heat of the quote unquote heat of whatever situation you find yourself in, like, my mind is blown. And why like swift and immediate like consequences weren't just like a common like, yeah, of course she went to jail, of course she lost her job, of course, yeah, like why that wasn't what happened immediately next is mind blowing. Even if it's an accident, like
bruh, in every other job in this world, if you fuck up, you can go to jail. If you cook somebody's shit wrong, and if you just happen to like fuck up too many times, you're gonna get sued, you're gonna get fired, some shit like that. If you like are doing something with the train and you fuck up the route, bro, you're gonna get fired. Like, yeah. It's so much shit that absolutely it's a job and you fucked up. You gotta have consequences for that fuck up.
And people are trying to make this about so many things beyond that. Like, at the heart of it, we can argue all the other aspects of the society that we live in that will play into that. But it's all secondary to the fact that what you just said is that you fucked up and that you need to suffer the consequences just like any other citizen of the fucking world. That's, if we're going to say that equality is a thing that exists and we're striving for it, then we should fucking do it when it's time to be equal. And equal punishment would fall under the banner of equality. And if some niggas are above the law, then we can never have equality. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Nobody asked you to be a cop. Okay?
Preach. Nobody
and then nobody asked you
to save me.
Nobody asked you to be scary and be a cop. Like, bro, what the fuck you got fear for? Like, you know, like what the fuck is you gonna be out here in the streets and you're afraid of people? Like, I understand that you're afraid of death and you want to go home to your family and shit like that, but like,
you got guns, training, and armor.
Yeah, exactly. Control the situation, like, bro, like. And if shit happens, like, you want sympathy, but like, bro, it's the job. Like, if you officer dies because like some shit happens, we like, oh man, you want us to feel bad, but it's like, y'all literally kill civilians, and then be like, oh man, I made a mistake. Come on, bro, like.
You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake. Exactly. They go to the press conference and be like, yeah, niggas die every day, B.
Why your boy Elon Musk got so much fucking money, and just decides he can do what the fuck he wants to. Like, he just woke up in the morning and it's like, yo, I'm gonna go to space. He went to space. And then like, yo, I want to create the whole space force. Like, yo, I'm gonna give these niggas guns, laser guns. He's doing that shit secretly. I was saying now, niggas like, I feel like niggas just be asking him random questions. Like, they just be like, hey, yo, bro, do you think you can create a Jurassic Park? And before he even, like, his partner was like, yes. We can do it. We got a Velociraptor 20 floors down from where you are standing right now. His name is Herb. He a little wild.
He's got the Duralink. Him and the monkey be playing.
Matter of fact, I can call him up right now. You want to see him? Like.
He's got an iPhone. What I'm saying.
Oh Lord Jesus! I almost fell out. I almost dropped the mic. Lord, I almost fell. This nigga said you got the iPhone. Nigga. How would you feel if all of a sudden you heard this shit? Ring, ring, ring. 20 floors down. Like, yo, what the fuck? I can hear that shit.
Heard the raptor?
But the Velociraptor, yo, this nigga, what the fuck? Bruh. I could just imagine all the white people that go to the Jurassic Park opening. Like.
So, by that, I'm assuming that you're not going. So you're not fucking
Bro, you funny. You funny as fuck. You funny as fuck. Nigga, I won't even go to the fucking, like, I'll go to a safari, but like a real safari. Like, if the safari is like ran by some like true Africans, I'm gonna go to it. Y'all, cause y'all in tune with the environment. Y'all will get little, I'm not even calling them little. Y'all will get Simba not to bite my ass. You know what I mean? You think I'm about to trust these niggas, like, fucking genetically making fucking dinosaurs again? Like, how in the fuck you just decide, yo, we gonna make it, we gonna make it? I mean, even if it's robotic, bro, like, nigga, the fuck?
Let me ask, look, bro, if we fucking torrent Godzilla versus King Kong, they gonna be on our ass. But this nigga can make a dinosaur. How is he allowed to do this? I don't understand. Like, what the fuck? First off, I feel like, yo, can I have some fossils then? If this nigga can just be allowed to go to space and stuff?
I mean, he's gonna ask, do you have enough money to make that fossil back into a dinosaur?
Little broke boy, so have this motherfucking velociraptor here, okay?
He's like, nigga, like, here, bro, go play with this. Here, walk off.
You just gonna put it in your living room, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You know, I feel like he one of them dicks. He one of them dicks. It's like, yo, he gonna wait a couple of months. Like, yeah, Elon Musk here. Yeah. So, you got your dinosaur yet?
Yeah, where's the dinosaur at, pedophile? That's what it Oh, shit. Nah, you know.
At that point, you gotta tell this nigga, see me off the hands, but this nigga got so many fucking. This nigga, I'm telling you, bro, if this nigga created a flamethrower, this nigga has a laser gun.
He's got some shit. He got a laser sword. Like, bruh. Okay, so I'm torn because the nerd nigga in me just loves science and progress and all this kind of shit and just the scope of what the human mind can do. But the real nigga in me knows that Elon Musk is not that nigga. He's not that. I know, nigga, we know it's charlatan.
Facts.
This nigga is like, yo, you know, the brand is strong for him or whatever. And I get that. Like, that's what he's selling. Like, I don't think that he's smart enough himself in the brand, like the set that he's moving right now to confidently resurrect. But I still am torn about going to see the shit though. Like,
nah, you could.
I would definitely like to have the first wave of people go through first, which is mostly probably white people, and just see how they survive and stuff. And then I would like to be mixed amongst the second wave of white people, because you know if it gets to the third minority wave, they might be like, all right, we could be a little bit relaxed on security this time around, and then that's when the velociraptor come. But
yeah, when the T-Rex come, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I want the first. You know what I'm saying? Opening day, boom, first wave, they got that.
Bro.
So you wouldn't go at all?
Nah, there's a lot of shit in this world I wouldn't do, bro. That's one of them.
Do you think it's possible? Do you think that that's actually a thing?
Hell yeah, this nigga just decided, this nigga literally woke up and said, like, yo, I want to go to space. And this nigga has just been, like, everybody talks about his accomplished, like, feats when they go into space and shit. But not even talking about, like, yo, this nigga just rockets be blowing up, falling in the sea places and shit like that. Like, damn, glad nobody was on it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. Is it fucked up that I look at Elon Musk because of shit like that, like the DJ Khaled of science?
Jesus, Jesus.
No disrespect.
What's
like,
his name?
Yeah, it's, you know.
Bruh.
He's not. Whatever. Okay.
Nah, you right though. You are 100. I will always look at him forever as the Elon, like the DJ Khaled of scientists. Like,
take that how you will. Like, yo, he's the best.
We the best. After I get shit from other people and I patent it and I put my name on it, it's the best.
But what if we find out that Elon Musk really is that nigga and he's like, yo, look, I literally drew these blueprints while I was asleep. Like,
At that point, you gotta give him.
Drew the shit up. Fuck y'all.
You gotta get that nigga his roses, bro. He did that. Like, at that point.
True.
I'm gonna point at you and I'm like, hey, yo, Elon, like, hey, bro, he owe you an apology.
And,
like,
yo, the reason why I know he hasn't done it, because if he has, he would have been teleported over here and
bro,
corrected us about this.
What would you do if this nigga just showed up? This nigga's like, yo,
Material,
this is a dope podcast. I fuck with y'all. Y'all dropping every Sunday and I fuck with that shit. Y'all keep on doing what y'all are doing.
You know what it is.
But we gotta jump this nigga. Because this nigga just went into our, like, nigga, you pulled up at the mothership without, like, even asking, bro. Oh, we gotta jump you, bro.
Because I feel like he, like you said, he was an asshole, bro. So he'd pull up and he would teleport in the middle of me passing the shit and just interrupt the conversation.
Yeah, so like I was saying, oh, no, nigga, you getting those story time of the day is brought to you by niggas who should have been doing things that they weren't ready for. So I had to be about. I had been smoking weed for a while now. It's had to be about 17. Spice started getting popular.
Were you a veteran by 17?
Oh, I was a veteran by 15.
So you 2 years deep veteran shit.
Yeah, I feel like it got to the point where I knew when I got the sophomore year by 15, when I started going to school, like when I was going to school high, like and it wasn't affecting me, I was good. You know what I mean? 9th grade year, I used to be scared. You know what I mean? You be in first period, twitching a little bit, like, yo, miss, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't hiding nothing, but I ate a biscuit from the cafeteria this morning. It's fucking with me. I'm just letting you know. You look like, we got me look like Smokey from Devo Coop and shit. You know what I mean?
Keep touching yourself and shit.
So you said my ID not talking. I feel like my ID is talking.
Like, I'm gonna keep it a stat with you, bro. I started late in the game, and going out in public is some real shit. Especially the first couple times you are high as fuck and you go out in public. No matter what it is, that's some real moments.
I think it's exactly. I think also it's getting to the point now where I can either be in my head and not give a fuck about my surroundings. That's how pro I am. Or I can be completely sober and niggas not even know, and I can just completely high niggas not even know because I'm acting sober and shit.
So, alright.
So I'm 17.
Boom,
okay.
Transcended.
You know what I'm saying? So 17, and we decided. Spice started getting popular. So people who don't know, people who do know, Spice is on some. I feel like definitely government made shit. To where it's like synthetic marijuana, but it fucks you up on a different level. It doesn't have the same. It doesn't affect the dopamine the same as marijuana would for your system. It definitely gives you psychedelics, but on some extreme man-made psychedelics that you're not supposed to have. Spices you're supposed to on some incense type shit. You're just supposed to just let it. You know what I mean?
I don't believe it, bro. You just kicked me online to the fucking. I'm off the matrix, bro. I don't think that shit was ever supposed to be on some insurance type shit. I think that was the cover. I feel like they put that shit in the hoods for niggas to smoke, like you said, because it was synthetic weed and they were to see what it was going to be.
They knew that shit. Once that shit started getting available at gas stations, it was a wrap. You couldn't tell niggas shit, bro.
Niggas were wrong for that.
And I think that was the biggest thing was that it was legal. And the fact that you could literally go buy it from the gas station and nobody really gave a fuck. So you could be, and the high was only 30 minutes depending on what grade you hit. So if you had some weak shit, you only get a 10-minute, 15-minute high. Really, when you think about it, bro, it was crack. It was definitely crack. When you truly think about it, that's definitely crack.
That's how he was doing, niggas, man. Yo, was the highs even good, bro? I'm so curious. Were they similar to how different were they than weed?
They weren't marijuana highs. They were on something your mind kind of goes in its own dimension, and you can have I remember the biggest thing I had to learn about the trips, and that's why I think I was so afraid to try Lucy and stuff. Your what you're going through in your environment truly controls your trip. So if you're having a bad time or you're thinking about some bad shit, all of a sudden you do this shit, you're gonna have a fucking badass trip. But if you're happy days, you're gonna have a great ass fucking trip. You're gonna be good. You're fuck it, let's light up, let's do it again. And that was another thing. I was smoking big joints of that shit.
Damn.
Niggas was hitting bowls, I was hitting big joints. I didn't give a fuck. And I think I definitely fucked up a lot of people because a lot of times I would tell people that it was greed and it would just be spice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I was smoking green at the house, now I smoke the spice with y'all. Get y'all really fucked up and be like, yo, what the fuck? I was in the trance. I'm like, yeah, bro. They be like, yo, I don't even want to smoke that no more. And I'm like, yo, bro, you sure? 5 minutes later, let me another hit of that, man. Let's smoke again.
Demon, yeah. Strikes again.
Demon, yeah. Strikes again. I fucks with that. That's some dope ass shit. But so now we're on this night. So this is like, I think at this point I'm still I'm not a pro at the spice shit, but like I'm a pro at smoking. So like I can handle the high, I think. But looking back on it, I definitely could. I'll smoke with the homie here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. You know what I mean? We smoke a lot. We smoked out of like random ass shit. So this one particular night, we chilling with one of, you know what I mean? One of the homies. And you know, when I say one of the homies, that means one of the close knit group. So we chilling with one of the homies.
Okay.
And it's the me, the white homie, and one of the homies. Okay.
Wait, who's the other homie? I'm curious. Give me a description.
Can't do it. So, can't do it, man.
Fair enough.
So we gonna leave him in. We got he's the character, the black character on Def Jam 5 New York. You know what I'm saying? You ain't made him yet.
He's unlockable.
You know what I'm saying? He's a lockable character. So we chilling with him. You know what I mean? We nothing too out the ordinary. Just a good night. You know what I mean? And he never smoked before. So I ain't gonna lie, me and the white homie, we had some good weed that night. And we was like, we did not want to smoke with him. But we were just like, because like, yo, when you smoke with somebody, and especially when it's really good weed, like their first time, you don't know how they're gonna react.
True. They could wild out.
So knowing that, hear my dumb ass go and be like, let's just smoke with him with the spice instead.
Oh, you don't want to do that shit? Hey, let's do that shit and set it on fire, nigga.
So I'm like, bet we gonna do this spice, nigga. We gonna do this shit. We ain't have nothing like to smoke out of, okay, at the time.
Damn.
But you know, potheads, they make a way out that way.
You know, that's the one thing I will. That's why Elon Musk is able to get this shit done.
So, this is the first time I ever did this shit. Ever in my life, bro. The white homie, decided he was going to make a bowl out of a fucking Elmer's glue stick.
Oh, my God.
Bro, when I tell you potheads are the most interesting and creative people in the world, they figured it out, bro.
I'm trying to visualize the blueprint of this apparatus. So, okay, how did y'all even make that happen?
So, think of an Elmer's glue stick.
Boom.
Okay. Now, think of that Elmer's glue stick. Okay. But think of it as a bowl that has been, like, this man took out the glue out of it and like rolled up the shit. So, you know the hole where like the stick would be?
Yeah.
He took that out, broke off the stick, and had a hole in it, put it in there, took out the glue, we cleaned that inside out, and he put the weed right there. Like, that's how we was able to smoke and have that as a bowl. Like, as a little bowl. Right. And I'm not gonna lie, I can still make that to this day.
Download that file.
That was one of them things like, yeah, he did that. You know what I mean?
So you got your Bible shit now.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, in the bag. So.
How did this shit hit, bro? I'm so curious.
Oh, of course.
Oh my God.
Like I said, we smoked this shit after. You know what I mean? The time we smoked this shit after. So we pack it up. Hey, yo, homie. You ready to get down? You ready to smoke, homie? Yeah, let's get it. All right. Put the shit in there. White homie. He hits it first. I mean, we can control it a little bit better, but I know that shit hits because when you first hit it, bro, you instantly you feel it. That shit hits you, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's just like crack, bro, like huffing or something. But that shit hits you so quick.
Man, I feel like it had the hint of Elmer's in it.
So, Nah, it was clean.
Okay.
It was clean. Then he passed it to what you need?
Alright, bruh, don't judge me. I'm such a stoner. Stories about smoking make people smoke.
I ain't mad at you, bro. So he passed it to me. I was like, nah, you gotta get the second hit to the homie. So the homie gets it. He hits it. He kind of hits it fucked up, like he doesn't hit it right.
You knew he was gonna. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not like green. Like you can still hit this and even hit it wrong and still get fucked up. So he gets the second hit. Like I said, he hits it fucked up. But this man fell back. Like this shit hit him. Like I mean, it just hit him like a ton of bricks. Like he just boom.
It's a shirt 17. It's just up to 7.
Bruh, rest in peace, Cubby Slice, my nigga. Bruh, this man was gone. And I looked at him. White homie was in his, like, he was laughing. I was laughing. I said, fuck it. So I hit it. And, like, I'm telling you, bruh, like, think of, like, it's levels. So it's like, I'm, like, all the way down here. And as soon as I hit it, and I start seeing everything that they see. And everything they see, and it's funny to me now. Like, it's just like, I'm here, like, oh, shit. Okay. And it's like, yo, we watching TV. But like, the homie is like laughing at shit on TV about fucking random ass fucking shit, bro. Like, this nigga's laughing at infomercials and shit. And like, we're like, all right, man's gone. So we smoke again. You know what I mean? And like I said, it didn't last long. So we get back up there, we smoke again. We finish the bowl and shit. So he decides. Bruh, the durables, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, he had that shit for the longest, bro. I can make this shit right now. So, me and the white homie just up there. And we like, all right, we fucked up. We want to smoke some weed, right? So the homie decides he wants to explore. He's fucked up. He in his own little trance. He got to go and like, he got to go and explore the house. You know what I mean? So he's like, yo, can I walk around your house? Like, I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, we knew he's not going to go anywhere. He's fucked up. He ain't going to, like, open up the door and some shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, he does just that. He opens up the door. And I'm telling you, like, bro, this man gets hit like it's a whole new world outside. Like,
the sounds of shit he coming from the
it's shit that he had never seen before, bro. And, like, this man just starts walking through this man's house, bro. Just starts going in people's rooms, walking through the bathroom. And all of a sudden, he just disappears and he walks downstairs. So me and the white homie, we just spark up and start smoking the weed. Say, fuck it, why he gone? Why he on his intervention? We just smoke a little bit. So you go. So we was already high. We got the fucking
spice.
We got the spice high. Then we got high again. So we fucked up. We chilling, bro. We having a good night. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, we hear boom, 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 boom. Like this man, like we hear running through the house, and we're like, "What the fuck?" Obviously, he's like, "Yo, yo, yo, yo." He gets all the way upstairs, gets into the room, closes the door. Okay, closes the door. It's like, bruh. I've had some
Stranger Things.
He's looking at the white homie. He's like, bruh. You have a fucking giant lizard on your ceiling downstairs. And we like, wait, what? Like, ain't no fucking way. Like,
my man said a giant lizard.
Like, ain't no fucking way that is, you know? So, we go down. He's like, bruh, no. He tried, like I said, we tried downstairs. He's like, no, bruh, I'm telling you, it's downstairs. It's in the corner. It's out the kitchen, like that. We're like, okay, bro, we're going to go fight him. We open the door.
Gotcha,
he says, no, I'm telling you. He says, I have proof. He pulls out his phone, says he took a picture. He shows us the picture, bro. It's just the ceiling. Nothing's there.
This nigga took a picture of the ceiling.
Nothing's there. Where the lizard would be, nothing is there.
He's like, look, y'all, look. Wow. Did he accept? Like, did he see that after?
Yeah, bro, he did. He did like notice it the next day, but that night, no, he did not. He did not, bro, at all. He was like, bro, it's right there. Like, to the fact that this man was pinching, like, you know how you zoom and pinch? Like, this man was zooming in, and, like, you see it, it's right there. Like, it's right. It's right there. It's right there.
You niggas see this right here? So that's right here, bro. So did y'all humor this man? Did y'all go downstairs? But all right, let's get it then. Or we like, no, go to sleep, please.
Bruh. He didn't. He was just like, yo, close the door, stay here. Let's like think of a strategy. But we're like, bruh, it's nothing down there. Like, I promise you, it's nothing down there.
It's down there. We need tactics to take this motherfucker out, bro.
So we walked down the steps.
You got some heels?
Like, that's gonna do to a giant lizard, nigga. We walked down the steps. Boom, 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 boom. He's like, yo, y'all be careful. Like, this man's at the top of the steps. Like, yo, y'all don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, bro, I promise you, you're good. So the white homie walks in there. Nothing. I walk in there, and you know me, I gotta fuck with him. I say, oh shit. And I hear man's upstairs run to the dude room and lock the door. Like, I don't know if he locked it, but I know he closed that motherfucker so fucking quick, bruh.
He said, fuck y'all. I told you that.
This man said, yo, y'all by yourselves. And then when he finally figured it out, bruh, he just thought it was weed the whole time. He's like, yo, like, he just thought that was like some of the highest he had ever been. Like, it was the highest you ever been.
It was weed X.
You know what I'm saying? It was some shit that you probably won't smoke again. No, like, willingly. But we can go get it. Because it's in the gas station near you. like
Bruh. Damn.
Bruh.
You demolished this man.
Bruh. Story time. Brought to you. Actually, the real sponsor of Story Time is that Elmer's. Like,
the mighty Elmer's glue ball. Let's talk about the dissection of legacies. Legacies? What's the plural of?
But we're talking about multiple people, so it's legacies. Yeah,
legacies?
It's legacies.
All right, legacies of artists, specifically musical artists, after they pass on. You know what I'm saying? The physical plane.
How people don't even fuck with this. How people don't even fuck with people, and then as soon as they die, some shit like that, they pass on. Everybody's like, "Oh shit, I was a fan. Oh my goodness, number one. I had all of his posters."
That by default, but I can't remember the exact prompt. But there was an interesting angle that I hadn't heard recently. I wanted to get at you, and it was essentially something to the effect of the core of it. They made the comparison because first off, shout outs to one of the. You know what I'm saying, the guys Doom, and shout outs to DMX, rest in peace, and to all those. But the comparison had been made that DMX and like John Lennon as far as legacy and the musical contribution, etc., post-mortem. Such that there were a lot of critics of certain people's analysis of DMX because they leaned heavily in coverage of DMX because they leaned heavily into the darker aspects. You know what I'm saying? And he was on that stuff and all that kind of stuff like that, and the wild stuff he was doing, and this, that, and third. Whereas in the case of someone like John Lennon, he didn't really lean heavily into the aspects of the abuse and different things like that he was into. You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously, because it's white. You know what I mean? It's white men. They're trying to shield him on some shit. You know what I mean?
You think so? Well, I mean, I guess that goes into that is the prompt I wanted to get at because it fed into a larger discussion that was like, contributions artistically from people of color kind of go ignored historically, as far as the magnitude and the genius that would be attributed to that same artist if they were different, so to speak. And that people are saying that is highlighted by that comparison. The same comparison, I guess you could say, would be like people looked a little bit more highly on Doom, I would say, because they, I don't know if the crack was a part of Doom's legacy the way that people try to make it out to be a part of DMX, or people try to make it out to be a part of Whitney Houston, or you know what I'm saying, this and third. But the whole argument is like, as far as musical geniuses or artistic geniuses, that same lens isn't really as applied to persons of color as easily as it is to non-persons of color. In the case of John Lennon, who, you know what I'm saying, part of the Beatles and stuff like that, and people consider them to be gods, incarnate when it comes to music, when that is highly debatable. And I'll go ahead and say I enjoy some of the songs in a pleasure aspect, but I think that they are highly overrated when it comes to critiquing and artistic contribution and genius and all this and that. But that is always subjective. But my opinion is overrated.
I feel like it was good for where it was at. You gotta think it was based in the UK and shit. I think it was definitely like great for the UK, and that was great for them. I don't think it did as well of a like. I mean, obviously it did, but I don't think it just like hit home. Like I just don't. I'm agreeing with you. I just don't think that it was like, you know what I mean. To musically, like it wasn't that. Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. But I definitely agree with you. I think that it does, like, shit gets brought up more. Like you be like, damn, bro. Like, okay, so what? Like DMX, the other shit, like, yo, this man just passed away. Like you can't let him just like live on. But then all of a sudden you do. It's like on the flip side, you see his fucking Instagram went up like, I think it was like 46,000 followers since he passed, and like his music like streaming went up to like 924%. Like, y'all couldn't support this man while he, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like you said though. It's like it's.
And that's how it goes. You know, the initial wave, I can't even really be, because I feel like that's fans and non-fans and people just interested because, you know, his name popped up and stuff like that. And that it is what it is. And I hope that goes to all the right places to, you know what I'm saying, support his family, his legacy and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's that continued, like, after that. And I think the fact that the conversation about, like, his musical legacy and, like, contributions and shit like that artistically isn't really, and that also was part of a sub argument that is another lens that's even harder for a person of color artist, musical artist, but specifically rapper, to get the universal kind of acceptance of contribution and appreciation for the craft in the same way that a person like a John Lennon, like I said, again, kind of gets relegated. That was something that was a major part of it. Do you feel like that's a fair, like, critique of the situation?
I mean, of course. I mean, especially when you can see that shit. Like, it's Elvis gets the biggest praise for what he did and shit like that, but like this nigga was fucked up too. Like, but we don't talk about that shit. Like, we don't talk about white artists. We only talk about rap artists and shit. And it's like that shit is misguided because you are literally talking about like the death. Like, let that man's legacy live on. You know what I mean?
It's that eternal question that we've been pondering and might continue to ponder throughout the life of the flight of the mothership, bro. Can you separate an artist from themselves, or an art from the artist? And with that, can you not, would you say, give credit to somebody like a DMX or somebody like Whitney Houston
before, yeah, give them their roses. Like, that's the biggest thing. Give them their roses. Like, give them their respect and give them their love before they, like, it. I'm not saying this shit. Okay, there's no, like, obviously you got people who, like, see his name and shit, be like, yo, who is he? And they look him up and they would have never even looked up DMX and shit like that. So, like, I'm not mad at that.
Right.
But just like with Doom too, it's like, so, like, their music sales like skyrocket to the point where, like, DMX already got a verse out after he passed away. It's like, yo, that's so wild. Like, just, that's gonna end up being an NFT and shit. Somebody's gonna fucking buy that shit or some shit one day. Like it is, bro. Like, that's the world we fucking live in, bro.
We're getting ready to get to that point where NFTs is literally that shit off Black Mirror, where it's a nigga getting electrocuted over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. In that fucking tease, bro. The way of the world right now. But nah, man. Rest in peace to X. Rest in peace to Doom. Shit, rest in peace to both X's, honestly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to so many people whose legacy they try to tarnish on, like, I'm not saying it was bad, but, like, we didn't have to bring up the fact that, like, yo, Chadwick Boseman was, like, doing all of this while he was, like, don't get me wrong, it's a strong ass people. Like, sometimes you gotta let people live. Like, I mean, not let people live, let people just pass on and let them, you know, like, you try to talk about people. That's what I hate, bro. I hate people who talk about people and they not, like, they're like, that's what it is. Like, you're talking about them when they can't defend themselves.
Essentially. And it's pretty crazy because the reason why it's an issue, I feel, is like those same people, those same voices, and it's not that way. That same speech, it's not that way for if they were different, if Chadwick Boseman were different. He would have, it seems like he would be more, like if Chadwick Boseman would have looked like Captain America, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would have been different.
Shit, fucking DMX would look like Eminem.
It would be a little bit different.
So,
Boy, when Eminem, boy.
that's gonna hit home for black people too. Like, you got to admit, it's not gonna hit, like, it's gonna hit home for black people.
Eminem has lived out that was it a Jay-Z line or a fucking Batman line when nigga was like, yo, live long enough to see yourself become a villain? That's Eminem for me. But I guess, yeah, his death might hit, bro.
Yeah, it will.
Kind of, bro, he fell off, man. Real.
Yeah, it did, but then you think about, like, his earlier shit. Yeah, it will.
Yeah, dude.
It will.
Nigga, as an angsty youth, like the Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady LP.
Still classic. To this day. To this day.
Cassette tape. I listened to the fuck out of them, bruh.
Yeah.
Looking at the fucking covers and shit, bruh. The fucking like, yeah, I'll be wanting to kill bitches too, bruh. But yo, I guess that's gonna be an interesting measure because it's only a matter of time. Like, he's like 67.
Who, Eminem?
Yeah.
No, nigga. They're like 40 something. They're like 40 something, maybe 50, maybe. But I think he's in his 40s.
Yeah, maybe he's immortal. It's supposed to be a rap god, right?
I don't call anybody a god, but he
That's a song.
he can. Yeah, I like the song, but I don't really like. Every time he says, like, yo, I just like, yo, you're a rap all-star. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you that, but you, ain't nobody else is a god besides God, bro. I can't give you that.
He is a rap retiree.
Oh shit! Don't do him like that. He is going to get kamikaze on you.
Well, I mean, I accept it. It is what it is.
You lucky I didn't say revive or revival, because boy, that would have. Oh shit!
Do a relapse. Wait, not a detox.
I'm saying, damn. We want them to do a detox, but we waiting on detox for so long.
Do you feel like, when you leave this plane and only your work is left over, do you feel like there's something owed to to that as well? Like, especially when it comes to revealing, like, that you passed away or whatever. And then as somebody who's receptive, art, do you feel like, yeah, like, not yeah, but like, what is your interpretation in that way? Especially when it comes to like DMX and stuff, because like, I didn't even think about that, bro. If you know what I'm saying.
Bro, spirits was in that one.
Oh no, you get okay. So let's break it down. So as an artist, after you pass this, after you vibrate out of your corporeal form, do you feel like there's something owed to
your legacy in a way?
I guess you can call it that. Yeah, your legacy. I didn't really have a good term for it, but yeah, your work, your the people that follow your work, all that kind of stuff, your family, their friends, the world, as it were. Do you think something is owed in that way?
Depends. Not really. I think that you release your music, like, obviously you release your music, and like, I feel like at this point now it's a trend to where people are going to listen to you after you pass on. But I don't think you are owed anything, but it's like, I mean, niggas really do wait to give people roses.
True. I guess a better way to put it was like, do you feel like there should be, do you want shit to go off a certain way once you pass? Like with DMX and doing shit, like, I want people to know immediately, like, I want like this and this, like, as far as like you said, your legacy and stuff. Or do you feel like, it just kind of, it is what it is, and whatever kind of happens type shit?
I feel like
do you want all your music released type shit? Like, do you feel like your fans are owed that? Like, all your unreleased stuff and all your, like, not necessarily owed that, I guess. I keep saying that, but
I want to leave it to my family. Like, I want my family to
decide?
Make that decision at that point. Like, I want my family to decide when to let my fans know. I want my family to decide if my music needs to be released and stuff like that. Because it doesn't really... Me personally, I think that I want my music released just because, like, that... I kind of just, like, that just want it to be heard. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be heard, but, like, fuck it. Like, people who enjoy my music, let them enjoy my music.
So do you want even, like, the B-sides and stuff, bro?
Yeah, of course. Like, if I got some stuff that, like, if it can be worked out and stuff like that, then go ahead. Why not? Like, I'm not, like, I don't want to, like, be out there trying to make no money, shit like that, but I do want it to be, like, for people to, like, you know what I mean? Like, have something to, like, still listen to me, shit like that. But also, like, I want my family to be able to...
You fucking with some big duets type shit? Or...
Not in a way like that, no.
The way they did it, yeah.
No, I want to be able to, like, it be, like, songs being completed, like, on maybe, like, on some Pop Smoke shit, because maybe the way his album was done. Like, keep me in my same wave, my same genre, just, like, if you gotta add some features, that's fine. You gotta add some, like, shit from Thieves, that's fine. But I do want my family to be able to, like, mourn in peace. So, I don't care if it takes them a couple of months for they tell people, that's fine. I mean, because my body won't be here anyways. Like, I expect to be smoked and caught it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what you want to... I struggle with what to do with my fucking...
Like, at least I want to be in the blunt and just let me smoke. Let it smoke, bro. You ain't got nobody gotta hit that shit.
Does that count as cannibalism? Because I don't know...
Nah.
I can do
You're not eating it.
You smoke it, though. You are consuming...
You're not, like...
But is that even meat if it's somebody's ashes?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's... And plus, nobody's hitting the blunt. Just roll me up, light me up. I mean, put me on some type of little system where, like, the shit just keeps on, like, it's a hit system or whatever. Like, you know how they did with the little cigarette shit back in the day.
And just kind of...
You know what I mean? Just let it smoke and let me just...
They can't even put you in...
That's my last blunt.
They can't put you in the bowl, bro?
Nah. Big energy, bro. Big energy.
Respect.
You want the blunt. Big energy.
Well, following that path, I'm going to let it be known. So once somebody comes into our lives and Illuminati murders us... to get more elevated, you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff with me once I die because I'm doing. I guess I do shit like because I was like, do I want to be like scattered at sea? Do I want to have this shit done where like your ashes are turned into like a tree, or like your ashes or whatever are turned into like a jewel or a gem or whatever, and then different. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do all that shit, and you have to dedicate the month of January to getting that shit done, or a nigga's spirit will come back and haunt you. Like a love crime slave ghost.
First, nigga didn't get it done. I was like, nigga, just you can do your part. I'm gonna turn on your ass. Nigga.
And it's gonna be fucking wild. And it's gonna be, you know that it's the actual ghost of me because I'll still be texting and stuff on the ghost phone or whatever.
The slow ass text messages.
Right? Bruh, that's, that shit. You know.
Before we move on, I do also want to hear what you got to say about the whole thing. Like, how you feel like, do you want your family to like, to let it be known that you pass on? Do you want your music to be put out, like your beats and stuff?
Like I said, yeah, a lot of shit. I told you, a lot of shit. When you come to the funeral, when you speak, you have to like hold my head. Like you have to like physically hold it like a totem, and then you have to pass it to the next person when they speak. Otherwise, you can't say anything. Shit like that. I want to. Nah, I don't know for real. That's a good question. I struggle with that. Like, I think I will do as you and just leave it to my family and the people I think that would have interest in it, and then they can just decide what to do. But as far as like my chocolate brown mech suit, I don't know, bruh. I still have to decide. Because, like I said, I really do struggle between, like, do I want that shit, like, scattered at sea on some shit? Do I want that shit turned into, like, a tree and then a tree used for different things? Do I want, like, and then at the same time, like, is that a burden? Like, because at this point, you are literally like, after I'm dead, I need you to do all this shit with my body. So, I know you are upset that I'm dead or whatever, but I need you to get this done. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I think if it's what you want, I think if you've given them the means to do that, and if you entrusted somebody to do it, that's fucked up if they didn't do it. If that's your last wish, like.
But what if because a nigga like me, like, bro, you look at they can call y'all together on some fucking legal exchange journal and shit. They tell you what you gotta do for my thing, like you play the video or whatever, and I'm like. It's gonna come to a point where y'all are watching and I'm like, this nigga is literally like climb up the side of a volcano and fucking do a native dance and then really like this nigga is crazy. I mean, and there's no way I would have like I guess I'm cursed then. I guess this nigga ghost is just about to.
Nah, I'm gonna fulfill your wishes, but I'm gonna get people to do the shit that I want to do. Like somebody gonna be climbing the mountain doing the dance. I'm not doing it. You
at the foot of the mountain and the fur like smoking the blunt. Like they better be doing the right fucking dance.
You know what I mean? Could you hear people rapping over your beat after you pass on? Like
that's something too that I struggle. Just like you said, with like to be duet situation, it's like that's tough because once it's out there, it's out there. Especially as a producer, like niggas just I already can rap over your beat anyway. So if it's somebody that you would be like super diametrically opposed to ever working with, and just like they all over your shit, like you pass away and then they put out the unreleased Thieves track with like Macklemore and like.
Oh no, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You already said enough, nah, bro. Like you said, we come back from the grave, we hunt the niggas.
But yeah. So we spring it back to life immediately.
You know what I'm saying? Immediately, nigga.
But
fuck out of here.
It's ridiculous. That's tough, man. I don't know. I don't know. I need to trim it down. I need to go on a spirit quest and figure out what's to be done with my body. That's crazy. So you've already got it figured out.
Yeah, but I think I want obviously I want a traditional funeral for my family. Like I want like maybe a piece of my body or something. Or like a casket or something to be buried next to my grandma, my granddaddy. I do want that. That way, like my parents have like, or like whoever with me, like my spouse, my kids have like a place to go to my grave. But I do want to go on some like, they can take me to Africa, take me like at the sunset, at 4, like, you know what I mean? Maybe not even sunset. Light the blunt at 4:44 p.m. You know what I mean? Go ahead and light that blunt, let that shit smoke. Y'all smoke a blunt at the same time. Talk about the memories. And then when I'm gone, bro. I'm at the motherland. I'm out here doing wild shit now. You know what I mean?
Ultimately, do you feel like when that does happen, when Eminem passes, that he'll receive similar treatment to DMX, or he'll receive similar treatment to John Lennon?
Oh, similar treatment to John Lennon, 100%. 100%, bro.
Damn. I mean, I'm thinking some people might muddy it because of like who Eminem was specifically as a rapper. Like, if he was like a Macklemore type nigga, I think it'd be 100% John Lennon. But I think because he was very, at least in the 90s, extremely controversial, quote unquote, with the bars at least. And antics, I think niggas might be a
Bruh, they tried to cancel this nigga, and then they it didn't even work, bruh. Eminem was gonna go down as a legend. There's too many stands out there, bruh. You see what I'm saying? There's too many stands out there, bruh. Like, nah. But speaking of stands and just niggas who do wild shit, before we end out this podcast, bruh, if you went to a strip club and you was throwing your money, your hard-earned money, your ones at this big booty, oiled up, goddess of coconut booty, BBL down from Dr. Miami ass bitch, stomach in a booty where it's supposed to be. She ain't got no fat because her ass got it all. She's shaking her ass on the pole. You throwing your hard-earned ones, boom, hitting that ass with every one. All of a sudden you see a nigga who's throwing hundreds right beside you, just boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden he getting all the love. You look at the money, nigga, it ain't Benjamin Franklin. It's Usher Raymond. How do you feel that the nigga, and you look up or you look beside you, it's Usher just throwing.
It's like, damn, now let it burn, nigga. That shit.
Yo, this nigga like literally burn the bitches and burn the bitches' pockets, bro. This nigga had ones, 20s, hundreds of just his faces, bro. Like with his face on different angles, nigga.
Damn.
The money box. Supposedly, he went to the strip club and he threw real money, but he also threw a lot of his Usher money, bro.
I feel like that's the type of shit you say. I feel like he perhaps thought that he wasn't gonna get caught on this because he's Usher and he was in there doing this shit. And he can just say that, yeah, it's because of the residency.
You know, I just want to know what Usher was thinking, like, when them strippers picked up that money and they was going to take that shit to the bank or take it whatever they was going to do, pay their rent or whatever, and they had the Usher bucks. You know what I mean? The Raymond 100. The Usher 20.
He's wrong for that.
The Dollar Burn. Like.
That one he was just giving out. Yeah.
Like, bruh, you get arrested for counterfeiting pretty much.
Yeah, no. Well, the fact that them shits were very I was gonna say confident. Yeah, it was confident. Them shits were very quality, very high quality made. Like, and the fact that they were different denominations, I think, is the ultimate bullshit about it. Like, if it was just Usher hundreds, I'd be like, all right, nigga, you wildin'. But that I could see is more like. That's more promotional, but the fact that you had different denominations is like, nigga, he's a hoe for that to the max.
He knew what he was doing. He's like, yeah, nigga. He's like 20s, 100s, 20s, 50s, 100s. Yeah. I throw it out, bitch. Come to my section. Bruh, just imagine this nigga got a whole like lap dance from that shit. Like, just paid for lap dances with the money. This bitch thinking, oh my goodness, it's Usher. Whoa, whoa. Some bitches be singing for Usher. Whoa, whoa. And then you realize he ain't really paid you. You like, oh no.
The bad part is, bro, when Shorty started posting this stuff, I could tell you exactly what Usher was on when this shit started to go viral.
What was the opposite?
God. It's so good.
And you know what? And with that being said, that's the podcast, y'all. That's we go. I will be alright tonight. The niggas do. Bro. Oh shit, bro. Oh, bro. Oh, he just singing that. Gotta let it burn. Like, yo, just take that L. Just take that L. Well, this has been the podcast called Quest. It's your host, YiNrj, and your other host with the most, Black Magneto.
Peace.
We about to see y'all next Sunday. Peace.